let's go. So we left off in the Civic Fest Hall after finishing first a Modron maze, picking up a pet Modron on the way, and then actually visiting the Great Foundry and the Foundry of the Godsmen and resolving some quest lines there. And if I'm not mistaken, we are now actually searching for components of a dream builder that apparently we commissioned.
By your command.
But we need something strange. Let's check the journal. Something strange happened when I told Nordum that I was the new creative director of Rubicon. He seemed to become more stable. Yes, indeed. There were some other dialogue options we should probably check with Nordum. This is the one. I brought back a vial of flesh and blood for Xander and my dream builder. He next demanded a bird cage crusted with razors. As you do. A birdcage crusted with razors. And now I can't remember, but for some reason someone thought we should go to the tower, the siege tower. I really can't say why. Wow. Lots of finished quests. Right. So let's just have a quick look at our characters. We're actually very, very close to leveling up the Nameless One. And if I'm not mistaken, we're gonna get some interesting bonuses when we reach level 12 as a mage. So that might be something to look out for. And Dakon is some way off. Anna's a bit closer to leveling. Mort has a long way to go. Nordum is close. Fall from Grace has some way to go, so let's check your stuff. Leather aprons and tongs. Don't think we need those anymore. Some random loot. Apparently Nordum can actually wear rings. We have a ring right there. But that's it. Okay. Awesome. Also, we sold some of those bolts, I think we found last episode. And they were worth a lot of money, so maybe we should, if we need more cash, we can always go back to that maze. Filden's all. Quest item, I think. High quality stiletto. These items I think are pretty useless. Right, basically we're trying then to get into the siege tower. I can't even remember who told us that we should look in the siege tower, but someone did. And I know, or I knew for sure, that I had talked to someone about entering the siege tower. And but last Friday I just couldn't remember who it was. Fortunately we had a weekend before this next episode, this next stream. So I took a look, I went through the episodes in the lower ward to see who it might have been who told me. And I found that actually the portion that I remember was missing. And the reason, of course, is the most common reason when you're playing Planescape Torment. I probably had a crash, and then I had to replay a section, and I was doing this offline. So I probably had to replay a section, and then I never talked to that person in the replay. But I do remember it, and I recognized the character actually when I was watching the actual gameplay footage that I recorded. Because basically I think it's pretty obvious when I looked at the recording. I was actually saying, well, this guy, I don't want to get into quest lines.
Is everyone ready to go?
I don't want to get into quest lines right now, I actually say when I when I scroll over that character. So probably I just talked to him before, and he had lots of dialogue options and stuff, and so basically I didn't want to get into that at that point. So maybe it was even a conscious choice. Unfortunately, when you do that, you sometimes miss out on going back to the character and actually doing the dialogue. So anyway, I know who it is, so we can go and talk to him now. That should give us access to the siege tower.
I'm gone.
That's one of the impediments, or what you can call it, that you're faced with when you play Planescape Torment. You can never be sure when the game is going to crash. It's going to crash.
Done.
For sure. But you can never know exactly when. So let's see, actually, are we here to rest? Because it looks like some of our companions are a bit... Fall from grace. Let's check your priest scrolls, please. Fall from grace. Okay. Maybe we should rest first.
Nordum, how does it feel to be separated from the source, from other Modrons?
Modrons?
Once I was one, now I am one. But it is a smaller, louder one.
It seems you and Mort have much more in common than I first thought.
Indeed. Words of wisdom from Grace. Smaller, louder one. Yeah, I'm gonna go and rest, and then maybe get rid of some of those items that you don't really want. Seriously? Wow. You know, the navigation in this game, pathfinding, is horrendous to say the least.
All right. Done.
It would be an understatement. I think this game uses the Infinity engine or something similarly named. I wonder if all the Baldur's Gate games are
I shall serve.
Have the same kind of navigation.
Your will be done.
Issues. Because eventually I will play those games as well. High quality letter. Who cares? leave it there. Right.
Your will be done.
So should I change any spells? We got this awesome spell here, Null Eva's Duplication, which basically allows us to do a double attack if we cast this spell and then we cast another offensive spell, or make a regular attack with a weapon. We actually deal damage twice. So that's pretty interesting. I wonder if it works with a Chain Lightning Storm. Probably it doesn't. That would be incredibly OP, but who knows. This game doesn't really seem to care about balance, which is pretty nice. I've been getting suboptimal results with improved strength. I should be getting at least 5 extra strength. For a wizard it's max 21. I don't know what Dakon counts as, since it's a mage warrior, or a warrior mage. Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? Is he a warrior mage or a mage warrior? Well, he has a higher mage level than he has fighting level. He's multi-class. Let's do an experiment here. I cast improved strength now.
There cannot be two sides.
Improved strength. 24 strength. Which is pretty good, but he has a base strength of 21, so I would have expected him to have at least 25, or 25 is max, so he should get 25. Still, plus 6 to hit and plus 12 damage is pretty good. Unfortunately, this spell only lasts for 45 seconds now.
Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
It's enough for one short battle, I guess.
I hear your words.
Power 1 actually lasts for 30 minutes per level, which is insane. But cannot bestow a strength of 21 or greater, which is kind of sad. Regular strength cannot bestow a strength of 19 or greater, so... Well... Guess we can't do anything about that then.
Done.
So that will have to do. So okay, let's just rest and then we'll go over and try to open up that portal to the siege tower. Yes, that'd be nice. Thank you.
You know, Fiendling, you're like an Arborian fire seed.
I'd stop now if I were you.
Yeah, your hair's like a sweet, tender flame, yet inside you're bitter. Like a beetle sting.
You know, Skull, you're going to be doing your grinning on the tip of a pike one of these days. Aye, and that'll be the least of your worries after I'm through with you.
Sometimes I wish you'd just love me for who I am, not what I can do for you.
Oh god. Mort. Mort.
All right.
Such a silver-tongued basher.
I'm gone.
Right, so let's get over to the siege tower and, or actually let's go over to the market.
Done.
Where we'll find the person who will give us access to
gone.
the siege tower.
Done.
I actually thought it was one of the thieves. In my mind it kind of made sense, because, you know, they would have been trying to get into the tower.
I'm gone.
Cat burglars and the like, but no. So let's see. Let's see what we can do. Actually, Mort is still a bit injured. Lower ward.
All right.
Oops, that was a shadow right there. So,
I'm gone.
this poor guy tending this furnace over here. I completely forgot about him. So let's have a talk to him. See what he can tell us. Laszlo. You see a young boy with pale yellow skin. His clothes are dirty and in need of mending. Currently he is tending a furnace. Greetings. He turns and gives a half smile as he sets down his work. Hail, you need some help? Yes, I have some questions. Aye, I'd be pleased to help you if I could. The boy looks grateful not to be toiling over the furnace. What is it I can answer for you? Well, what is this place, I guess? This place glances around. It's the open air market. A lot of buyers and sellers come here to set up their kip for the day. I've been here for a good time. I've been working here for a while under the eye of Mida. He looks a little distant. One day I could be running his stall. I could. What is it that you do here? He points proudly at the furnace. The furnace? It's used He shrugs his shoulders. I don't know what it's used for, but my dad says it's important to keep it stoked and burning right. He wipes sweat from his brow and glances about. Yes, his father is actually the guy here. And he told me that he only keeps the boy stoking the furnace because, yeah, he's lazy. Is your father one of the merchants here? He nods. Ansy is his name. That's my dad's stall over there. Gestures at a stall to the right of the furnace. If you don't have what you need, he may be able to point you to it. Let's see, I have some more questions. Don't think that was the right question line. What can you tell me about this ward? He nods. Oh hey, this here's the lower ward. Common folk live here, like me and my dad. His eyes widen a bit and he looks excited. Don't you know why it's called the lower ward? No. Why is it called the lower ward? Well, as it's reckoned, the ward's got a mess of portals to the lower planes all riddled through it like cheese. So it does. So I suppose that's why the name stuck. He smiles proudly. Why are there so many lower plane portals here? He shrugs. It's a mystery to me, as it is to you, Cutter. Not sure if there's a reason for the portals as much as just circumstances. Could be the lady's will. Could be chance, I suppose. He shrugs again. Do any creatures ever come out of these portals? His eyes grows a little wider. Hey, they do. Most of them just stopping through. He swallows nervously and looks worried. You look nervous. You've seen this yourself? Hey, I've seen it. He pauses and swallows again. It was just last week or so. I saw a couple of Abishai come through a portal. They talked a good bit and then one of them went back through. The one that stayed is still there. He frowns. What were they talking about? I don't know for sure. To me it was just hissing and such. But I think they was talking about the tower. He shrugs. Here we go. So the thing is, I'm positive that I read this before. So the reason is, yeah, probably just a crash and then I never went back to this dialogue. So anyway, the tower.
Updated my journal.
Hey, that's one of the strangest sights to be in the ward. No one really knows how long that scarred old tower has been around. You can't get into it, you know. Bolted up tighter than a chastity belt. I'd be curious to know what's in there. He thinks for a moment. The Abishai was gesturing at the tower and the portal. They was looking for the key, I bet. What key? The key to the portal that leads to the tower. Every portal has a key that opens it to somewhere. The key can be a gesture, an item, or even a thought. Many have tried hard to get into the tower. No matter how hard you try, you fail. Maybe the secret to getting in is not to want to get in. Yeah.
Updated my journal.
He shrugs. I don't know, Cutter. Maybe. Tell me where this portal is located.
Updated my journal.
He stops to think for a moment. There's a drawbridge-like contraption back of the tower, east of the market. That's where it is. He gets a faraway look. Okay. At least we don't have to fetch anything. What can you tell me about the city of Sigil? The center of the plains. The city where almost everything intersects. Never boring, really. The Lady of Pain is the law, and the rest of us mostly try and bang out a living under her shadow. He barks a laugh and coughs. Can you tell me about the Lady of Pain? Don't know much about her. She keeps the power out of Sigil, keeps the fiends out, and talks and deals with nobody, except maybe the Dabus. She'll pen you in the dead book damn quick if you worship her, or try and hurt Sigil if you worship her. Or try and hurt Sigil. Her face and the blades surrounding it would be the last you'd see. Interesting. At the mention of a face surrounded by blades, a memory forces itself into your consciousness. For a moment, you are standing in a darkened alley, breathing heavily. Approaching you in the darkness is an uncannily beautiful woman, her face shrouded in blades, and with cold eyes. Suddenly, the memory fades and you are talking to the lad once more. I have some other questions. Hey. Right. Why does everyone seem to have yellow skin around here? It's the sickness it is, caused by the bad air. What with the smoke and all the factory smogs, it can get pretty hard to breathe easily around here. He shrugs. Some days it's not good to be out, when the smogs linger too long. They can scald your eyes right out of the skull, so it's said. Can't something be done about it? Please don't give me a quest. I don't know. At times winds come from the spire and blow the city clear of smog, but that's not as often as it would be liked. He blinks, glances around and shrugs. Ladies will, I guess. Don't make much sense, but then little does if you look at it long enough. That's very true. Is there anything worth seeing around here? Not much to see. The Great Foundry is impressive though. You might check that out. Home of the Believers, you know. It stops to think. Most of the more amazing sites are in some of the upper wards. It might be better to look around there. I hear there's a brothel there, a fest hall, and some other places that are more interesting. I don't know for sure. I've been here all my life. I think we got what we need from you. Must be going. Farewell.
Done.
Interesting. If you worship the Lady of Pain, she gets really pissed off. That I didn't. I hadn't heard from anyone else. So I guess if we want to get mazed, or at least have a dialogue with the Lady of Pain, we could worship that plush doll, I guess. But I have been doing that a few times. If I do it again, what happens? Maybe you have to do it like 3 times. Great Lady of Pain. The doll does not respond to your coaxing, merely stares at you with its button eyes. Right. I don't know. Or you just continue until
I'll give you 3.
doesn't seem to be doing anything. Right. Well,
All right.
worth a shot, I
Right.
guess. So let me think. Maybe we need some spells. Scroll of Confusion. Cone of Cold. So what did we give Dakon? Did we give him a Cone of Cold? We did. Great. He needs his level 4 spells for improved strength. We have Shroud of Shadows. It's a pretty nice defensive spell, or the force missiles, which seem to be... maybe we could use Confusion. Derisive Laughter. All male living creatures with an intelligence above 4 must make a saving throw versus spells or get -2 to their attack. Well, I don't know. We mostly fight monsters, so I don't think that's so useful. Confusion then. Right. Actually, wait a second. Let me save, because normally when we do this, it's always a risk that we get crash. Save. Let's check the price. A little bit better.
Give me 2 back.
Scroll of Confusion, okay.
It's in my spell book.
Awesome.
Give me 2 back.
Yeah, we have the unfolding portal, which I believe will lead us to Ravel. So, yeah. Blood Charm.
All right.
The shade.
All right. Done.
So, I guess we should get to the siege tower.
Done. All right.
Modron Nordum said that it was right here. You approach the location of the portal that the boy Laszlo spoke of. You begin to replay your conversation with him in your head. Maybe the secret to getting in is not to want to get in, you hear yourself say. Suppress any desire to enter the tower. Awesome.
Done.
Yeah. So let's enter the tower.
Portal detected.
Ooh, shit. What the hell? Hello. Nice.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
What's this?
I'm gone.
Portal detected.
Portal detected. Interesting. So this looks like something very weird. This dude, okay.
Done.
It's a dude.
Gone,
I thought
gone,
it might be,
alright.
maybe just decoration, but no. Quack's metal. Quack's metal, okay. I see an iron creature. Its size is staggering. If it stood full height, it would shatter the roof of the siege tower. Thundering echoes rattle the walkway as the creature hammers away on its forge. The smell of soot and ash fills the air. Leave the golem alone. Golem. Same. Greetings.
Updated my journal.
There is a screaming of metal on metal as the giant turns to face you. You suddenly realize the golem is built into the siege tower itself. Girders, pipes, and huge bracers run through its lower torso and into the walls. And the bottom portion of its body makes up the forge itself. Never mind, I'm definitely in the wrong place. What are you? I am iron given purpose. Let's see, what purpose? I forge the implements by which the multiverse will be unmade. Ooh. That's nice, I guess. Well, I'll let you carry on with your work then. You mean forging weapons? That's your purpose? Metal is like flesh. Both carry potential in their veins. When tempered with heat and pressure, the potential surfaces. My purpose is to bring forth this potential. Allow its expression. Let's see. Interesting. Who do you make these weapons for? I forged them for the sake of entropy. They are pain-seeking expression. For entropy, huh? First time. What does entropy need weapons for? Beyond this tower, Order rallies its legions. The multiverse heals its wounds. In time, its strength may equal entropy. The multiverse is your enemy? Why?
Updated my journal.
The multiverse breeds, it grows, it stagnates. It forges its chains around the planes, link by link. In time, even entropy may be chained. And I take it you're opposed to chaining entropy. When a thing seals itself against its own destruction, it merely dies a different death. So you're saying immortality is just a different kind of death? Immortality is only a word. All that exists can die. Okay. So you're saying you could forge a weapon to kill an immortal? I would be careful if I was you, nameless one. Every living thing has a weapon against which it has no defense. Time, disease, iron, guilt. How do you know what weapon to use? One must know the enemy to forge such a weapon. How do I do that? Start with a fragment of the enemy, a drop of blood, a crystallized thought, one of its hopes. All of these things tell the way it can die. What if your enemy strikes from a distance, from shadows, and never shows himself? Could we forge a weapon that would kill me? Now it's getting interesting. What if your enemy strikes from a distance, from shadows, and never shows himself? Then that is the fragment of the enemy you must use. How? The actions of your enemy have told you much. Your enemy does not wish to engage you directly. That is a weakness. Or for some reason cannot engage me directly. That is an equal possibility. Either possibility reveals weakness. How do I exploit that? Action of your enemy have told you it does not wish to engage you directly. That is a weakness. How do I exploit that?
Updated my journal.
If the enemy does not wish to confront you directly, deny its wish. Take the battle to the enemy. And if the reason it can't direct me is because it has no choice.
Updated my journal.
If it is not allowed to confront you directly, find the reason. The reason will reveal a weakness. You said immortality was just a word, that all that lives can die. Could you make a weapon that could kill me? Yes. Really? How? I would need a drop of your blood, that is all. Very well. Gained item, oh. The tool of your destruction has been forged and educated. It is not enough. What do you mean?
Updated my journal.
The magics that keep your heart beating and mend your flesh are strong. You must sink the blade into your body only within a shell where you are cut off from the planes. Why? The reason is not known to me, yet both the weapon and the place are necessary for your destruction. Where would I find such a shell separated from the planes? That is not known to me. Phew, heavy stuff here. So, what is this place? This tower is a siege engine. It exists to bridge the walls between planes. Bridge planes? How?
Updated my journal.
The tower anchors itself upon a plane. A wound is torn in the multiverse when the bridge of the tower opens. Legions may pass from one plane to the other through the tower. When the plane has served entropy's purpose, the tower anchors itself again. What happens to the legions that have used the tower? Entropy has unmade them. And what happens to the planes that the siege tower invaded? Entropy has unmade them. See. Very nice. What are you doing? I forged the implements by which the multiverse will be unmade. And you said before that your purpose is to forge weapons, right? Yeah. Why do you do this? Can you do anything with my weapons? Let's ask that. Show me what you have brought. I will study its potential and see if its pain can be given expression. Very well. Seems a bit opposite, actually. It seems like you're selling stuff. Alright. They can be given expression by you buying stuff from me. I see. Punch daggers of Char. 1 to 4 piercing, +3 enchanted. +2 to all saving throws and 35% resistance to magic. That's pretty good. These daggers were once wielded by Char, the Mage Slayer. Char was an assassin of some merit who decided to specialize in the removal of mages for large sums of gold. To further her goal, she commissioned the creation of these blades by the mage Thex Wartoon. With her new weapons in hand, she was quite successful at her craft. Char met her demise when she was hired to assassinate the very mage who created the daggers. Much to her surprise, the weapons failed to harm their creator. Thanks, nor did they grant Char protection against his spells. Wow, what a surprise. Smart assassin. Rune blade. 1 to 4 piercing, 50% resistance to magic, -4 to hit armor class 0. Interesting. Created by a legendary guild of battle mages known as the Scarlet Seers, not Pimpernels. These enchanted blades were specifically designed as a defensive countermeasure against opposing spellcasters. The tiny runes etched into the blade are powerful wards that offer the wielder increased resistance against all types of magic. Unfortunately, with its emphasis on magical defense, the weapon's awkward design makes it virtually ineffective in physical combat. It's basically giving up our physical attack for a 50% magic resistance. Acidic sponge bolts, that sounds awesome. 6 acid damage on impact. Spite gauntlets of ogre power. 4 to 6 crushing damage, 4 to 6 piercing damage, +3 to hit armor class 0. That's really good. with a 1 speed. +1 enchanted. That's... wow. That's a lot of damage actually. That's... I think +1 enchanted deals +1 damage also, and I don't know if that's to crushing and piercing or just +1 overall. I think it's actually +1 to both, which would mean it's 10 to 14 damage with +3 to hit. A ridge of huge black spikes bristles along the knuckles of these metal gauntlets, allowing the wearer to perforate any target they punch. Clamps line the edges of the gauntlets as if to secure them in place once worn. These gauntlets bear an enchantment that allows the user to strike opponents with a strength of 10 men. The spikes along the knuckles simply add insult to injury, as any victim whose bones are not shattered by the initial attack will slowly bleed to death from the jagged wounds the spikes inflict. Nice. Now I can't use them, but Anna might be able to use them. No? It's a bit interesting. No one can use any of these weapons. And I can't use them. She can use the punch daggers, but I think we have pretty good punch daggers. Well, that's too bad. I guess I could use them if I switched to fighter or thief. But not much to do about it. Guess we're not buying any of these. Right. Gigantic iron golem is still working at its forge. Sparks, ash, and hissing clouds of steam rise up from beneath the walkway. Ask. Can you tell me more of what you do with weapons? Metal is like flesh. Both carry potential in their veins. When tempered with heat and pressure, potential surfaces. My purpose is to bring forth this potential, allow its expression. Can you do anything with my weapons? But that's just a sales pitch, right? Blade of the Immortal, okay, nice. Have to check that later. Okay, I need a heavy decorated wrought iron birdcage. Do you have one? I have such an item because, you know, it seems really useful to have a birdcage decorated with razors. It's perfectly normal. Don't look at me like that. Anyway, the Dream Builder came to me an age ago. Promised me that my durance rounds in the prison of this city would be near an end when the cage left my possession. Dream Builder willing. That's me, right? See, can I have it?
Updated my journal.
Yes. Take this cage and lay waste to those who create such confines. Interesting. Have you heard of a night hag named Ravel? The night hag sought to sunder this city. Her greatest works were those of unmaking. She walked the path of entropy. You know what happened to her?
Updated my journal.
Order set chains about her. She was cast within a cage. Do you know where this cage is? Her prison is unknown to me. Right. So perhaps another day then. Let's check that Blade of the Immortal. Unique artifact. 2 to 3 piercing plus 1. So it's not really useful as a weapon. This is the strange blade that Iron Golem forged using a drop of your blood. It is an ugly looking weapon, shaped so it resembles one of the symbols on your left arm. Black veins worm their way across the surface of the metal, and the edge looks so dull that it couldn't even cut warm butter. It pulses slightly as you hold it, like a heart. The golem claimed this blade could slay even you, provided it was used in a place that was cut off from the rest of the planes. I'm not gonna use it. Let's see. Dream cage. This is a fine wrought bird cage adorned with razors that you obtain from Quack's Metal, the golem. You're supposed to take it back to Nile Sander for use in the Dream Builder. Right. Notched dagger. Okay, so we got the bird cage.
Portal detected.
Oh shit.
I'm gone.
Come on. Cool. Okay, so let's get back to the foundry.
All right. Done. Done.
92 believe that he is somewhere around here.
All right.
Nile Sander. The machine requires a bird cage adorned with razors fine wrought to mimic the destructive power of dreams and their ability to capture our hearts and imaginations. Search in the siege tower for a cage I have commissioned. Alright. That explains how we got the idea. I've got it right here. Now give me my dreams.
Updated my journal.
I need just one more item. Oh no. I need just one more item from you, and we can begin the final process of the Dream Builder. I need a pillow that has lain inside a coffin. It will stimulate a sleep so profound that you may as well be dead. It opens your mind to the emanations of the Dream Builder. It is, if I say so myself, a touch of inspiration on my part. A coffin pillow, eh? You'll have it. First answer a few more questions from me. Let's ask him again. No.
Done.
Alright, a coffin pillow. So let me think. We actually...
I'm gone.
I think... Didn't we have
Alright.
a quest when we freed that zombie? Wasn't he working for a coffin builder? Pretty sure. Let's go out.
All right.
where does he work in that case? Coffin maker, oh, awesome. Let's go to him. Coffin maker. Yeah.
Done.
Hammeris, yes.
I'm gone.
Hammeris. Well, hello there. In the market for a coffin yet? He smiles amiably. Well, you could say that. He nods at you. Ask away. Gives you a broad smile. Here your father died. Can you tell me what happened? Yes, I made him build a mausoleum and then I killed him, so already resolved that part. I need to buy a coffin pillow. He nods at you. Ah, you're here to purchase then. I assure you, what I do is a labor of love. The real value of my profession is in the building of the coffin, in doing it and doing it well. It is an act of perfectly ordered creation. Every piece must fit just so for the betterment of the whole. It is much like a metaphor for the harmonium philosophy. We create order and it is beauty. I just need a pillow. He nods at you again. I need 50 coppers for the basic boards used in the construction, though the expense doesn't cover the time. Usually it's either whitewashed or painted some color of the person's choosing. The boards themselves are usable, usually a 16th handspan thick, maybe even thicker depending on the nature of the corpse, whether it's a human being buried or not, or whether they're worried that the person might get back up again. He laughs. I just need a pillow. He nods at you again. Some prefer Bitopian pine, which is fine and traditional, but I prefer the heavy Arborean oak materials, simply because they have a good weight about them. Even a 20th inch of the oak is stronger than a 16th of a handspan of pine. He pauses for a moment. I said, I just need a pillow. He nods at you. From there, I might need about a score, multiplied by a score of steel wood screws. Gauge about 8 by 1¼ inch or so. Lots of shops around here carry them, not a big deal to acquire them. I'll also need some sort of metal pins for securing the interior lining. Best to pick them up with a bunch. Then there's the matter of the battens and corner blocks, depending on how you wish to do it. Are you listening to me? I said I just need a pillow. He places his hand on his chin, and although I usually let the natural wood speak the color of the coffin for itself, sometimes the person commissioning it wants it painted special or engraved. I don't usually do the finer work for that, though I am skilled, but contract it out. He pauses for a breath, and the handles alone are another matter entirely. He nods knowingly. If you don't shut up and give me a pillow, I'm going to hit you hard. Sigh. What about the handles? Big thing. Handles. Everything about handles depend on how the coffin is to be carried. You got skilled men carrying the coffin at shoulder height. Don't even need to worry about the handles. Professional pallbearers never use them, see? If you got your family and friends carrying the coffin, then the handles are necessary. You'll need some rope handles, or even metal handles. It gives you a satisfied look. That's fine and all, but I came in here for a pillow. Do you have any? Let me give you an example. I think the most beautiful coffin I'd ever seen was this one of clear pine. Oh. I don't know where they managed to get it, whether from a place in Bitopia or elsewhere. Anyway, it was pegged together carefully and trimmed with this beautiful run of redwood. The effect was somewhat ruined by the crude amounts of thick hemp rope that surrounded the affair. Surely something was needed for the pallbearers to hold on to, but to ruin the entire beauty of the coffin with such badly woven rope. Hamri shakes his head. Sure, this is fascinating and all, but I just want a pillow. Then there's the matter of measurements. They can be tricky, and I try and do it myself, since occasionally a client will neglect to inform me as to the race of the deceased or forget something like the hip width. Very important indeed. Also, if the client is still alive, I try and make precautions should the client fill out before they die, you know. He pauses. Then there's the construction itself. Hammers. There's many different ways of attaching the sides and ends to the floor of the coffin and to each other. Some use internal battens or corner blocks with plenty of wood screws to secure it in place. You can also do the fiend's tooth method and just cut alternating tongues and recesses all along the edges to be joined, so that they fit together like a fiend's jaw. Requires a little more work and precision, but the result is neat and very strong. He pauses to breathe once again. Hammers. Then there's the lid. The lid's gonna need a rim or lip all around its edge, made from a strip of wood, pinned to the box or carved around the edge itself. Once you have some pilot holes drilled into the main box, then drill in the screws in the top of the lid maybe half a handspan apart. You get the impression that he's not going to stop talking, and that now he's on a roll. Right, if you don't shut up and give me a pillow, I'm going to hit you. Hard. Good morning, Starflame. Yes, I had a good weekend, so I'm pretty well rested, I would say. We're trying to get a coffin pillow, by the way. We're not having much success. So I hope you had a good weekend too. If you don't shut up and give me a pillow, I'm going to hit you hard. You think you finally got his attention? He frowns at you with a confused look on his face. Pardon? I said, I need a coffin pillow. That is all. Just a pillow. Do you have any? He looks relieved and smiles. A pillow? Ah, I thought you might need the entire coffin. He puts his hand on his chin again. I'm so sorry, but I'm out of stock on pillows right now. I don't know when I'll have them again. What with the warehouse being closed and all. Yes, you mentioned a problem. What was that all about again? Yes, the warehouse where I store my goods is having internal problems of some sort. New management or some such nonsense. I haven't been able to replenish my stock of late. Really? Can't hear me now. Yeah, just double checking to say because yeah, it's fine. I got like, what? Haven't changed anything? Alright, let me continue. No, it's fine. It's you know, I could be sitting here and doing like recording and nothing's being recorded, so it's just good for safety. Shit, I got like panic there. What the heck? Alright. So let me get back to here. Yes, the warehouse where I store my goods is having an internal problems of some sort. New management or some such nonsense. I haven't been able to replenish my stock of late. He frowns. The Harmonium would never let things get so out of hand as to cause distress to its customers. His voice fades away as he thinks, and then he looks at you. Perhaps you would look into the matter for me. Well, I guess I don't have a choice. If I want a pillow, I'll do it.
Updated my journal.
He smiles broadly. Excellent. If you deal with this issue satisfactorily, you may have your pillow for free. He gets that lecture look on his face again. That may not seem like sufficient payment, but let me tell you about the construction of those pillows. No thank you, I'll just get started on this right away. Farewell. We just sat through like an endless lecture about the construction of coffins, so I don't think we're gonna stick around for the construction of pillows. Right, so yeah, basically we
I'm gone.
got into the siege tower and we got the razor bird cage that we needed.
Powers above. I got this stupid itch on the back of my head again. It's killing me.
Serves you right, Skull. You sure irritate the rest of us enough.
You know, one day you'll have an itch you can't scratch, and I won't help you. And then my revenge will be complete.
Awesome. Mort. Yeah, so now we only need a coffin pillow for the dream builder and then we're done, I think. So the warehouse. I have to go to the warehouse.
I'm gone.
Well, basically I went back and I looked through my recordings to see which character had mentioned the siege tower and how to get in. And the interesting thing was I couldn't find a character in the videos. And but when I was looking at the marketplace video, I actually remember that I had talked to one of the characters. And my only explanation is basically that I did an offline recording and probably the game crashed. And then I went back and I didn't talk to that character when I redid that section. So yeah, that's one of the dangers when you're playing these dialogue-based games and with lots of crashes. So, but I remembered I talked to one of the characters that I didn't do in the gameplay video. So I just went back to him in the market and talked to him, and that was it. It's pretty easy. Let's see, warehouse. Vault of the Ninth World. How may I serve you on this fine day, Sigilian? I'd like to claim something. I'm here to retrieve a pillow for Hamris the Coffin Maker. A pillow? I could certainly use a pillow, a big stone pillow. Here's your pillow. Master Hamris, and good luck sleeping with it. Can I get you anything else? No thanks. Farewell, we at the Vault of the Ninth World value your business. Farewell. Dream pillow. This small embroidered pillow came from a coffin at the coffin maker's establishment. The question is, do I have to go back to a coffin maker or not? I'll go back just in case we get some XP or whatever.
Right. Done.
Yeah, the crashes, and I was sure that I talked to someone who told me the solution, and then I went back and I looked through the video and I really couldn't find who it was.
All right.
But then, fortunately, in the video I actually scroll over the character and I say something like, well, let's not talk to him and get into quest lines now. So apparently he talked too much, so I decided to save him for later, and then I completely forgot about him. So, okay, let's see. Hamris. I've dealt with the trouble at the warehouse and got the pillow.
Updated my journal.
Awesome. He smiles and nods. Well done, Cutter. As I said, you may keep whatever you recovered from the warehouse as your reward. Thank you for your help.
Done.
Awesome. So let's go finish the Dream Builder.
I'm gone.
Well, apart from that, not much has been going on here.
Done.
That's what we've done so far. Oh yeah, the same character actually told us that
Right.
the Lady of Pain doesn't want to be worshipped. So and that she gets really upset. So I thought maybe I could provoke her to come talk to me by worshipping the Lady of Pain plush doll. So I did that quite a few times actually, but nothing happened, so...
I'm gone. Done.
I don't know. Maybe that's just... I don't know. Right. I have the pillow for you. Now let's get on with it.
Updated my journal.
Anytime you're ready for the dream key, scarred man, give the word and I'll pass it to you. Give me the key. He pauses as if gathering errant thoughts. Close your eyes and stretch out your hand, he says. You have to feel this key before you see it or it won't function. Do as he says or peek. Do as he says, I guess. Gained item. You feel a touch in the palm of your calloused hand. At first you can barely feel it, but it rapidly grows in solidity in moments, until finally Sander says, "Open your eyes." When you do, you see a simple black feather in the palm of your hand. "My work is finished," says Sander. "Use that key on the leftmost door of the foundry, and the Dream Builder will open to you. I must go now, I have work to attend to." A feather? All that work for a feather? No, my thanks, Sander.
Updated my journal. I'm gone.
Right. Really found a really fun roguelike over the weekend, Tales of Magial. So I lost most of my weekend to that.
I'm gone.
Okay, I've never heard of it. Maybe I'll check it out. It's an independent game.
Done. I'm gone.
Let's see. This door, I guess. Dream Builder. You find yourself standing under a hangman's noose. A gravelly voice cackles out in the darkness. You dream again, again, again. Your body seems strangely light and airy, like you've lost control of it, like the winds blow you where they will. What the hell is going on? Find yourself floating through a maze of twisted plants and black barbs that tear at your insubstantial body. Creatures of nightmare pull themselves from the ground and walls and rip at your flesh. Their furious attack drives you into unconsciousness. Oh shit. Uh-oh. You're standing in front of a tower of skulls that babbles at you, but you can't understand the words. A clattering behind you distracts you and you see a battalion of fiends rushing you. You're standing in the maze again and the stench of death surrounds you. You know you've killed all of them. The cackling voice breaks in once again. Oh, my pretty little puzzle. You killed these and so many more that I've lost count of them all. You are stricken mute and cannot reply. Come to me, my puppet. Come to Ravel in her black barbed maze. Come dream with me. Shake yourself awake. Right. Whew. Interesting. Yeah, sure, send a link in the chat. Check it out.
I'm gone.
I do have a list of around 100 games to play, but I'm always looking for more. Okay, so interesting. That was the Dream Builder. We didn't really get anything for that, did we? So what do we do now?
We've got 2 more down here.
Resolve a bar tab. I think the important one is find the night tag. So maybe we should do that. Yeah, I'm a bit curious.
Done.
We can rest in here,
All
right?
right.
Oh yeah, we did get a new spell for the nameless one, so let's use that. Shroud of Shadows and Confusion. Let's do that. Seeking Flames. Yeah, thanks. Right, so I need to purchase some items. Don't know if he has anything. Ascension and Reason. Very nice weapons, but we don't have a character that can use them, so gonna have to stick with our dagger, I think. But let's buy accommodation. Yes, I want to rest.
Nordum, will you stop clicking your crossbows? It's driving me barmy.
They are not clicking. They are in a period of deep discussion concerning this journey.
Once, just once, I would like to travel with some normal people.
Says the talking skull. Yes.
I'm gone.
Right, well, you know what? I'm gonna talk to Nordum, I think. I'm gonna talk to all my companions. See if they have some dialogue. Wanted to talk about our companions. Let's talk about Nordum. Nordum is a rogue Modron, even though some traces of chaos have worked their way into his system. He is still an extremely logical, ordered creature. This logic can be of great help in one's travels. Furthermore, if he perceives you as a leader, then he will be unquestioningly loyal, right? Troubles may arise should Nordum be faced with any social situation requiring etiquette. Such things are not well understood even by normal Modrons. She pauses. I would offer you some advice concerning Nordum if you would hear it. Of course, what is it? Nordum's existence has been shaken. The more you help him make sense of his situation, his place in this party's hierarchy, and what will lead him to the state he is in now, may help him to focus himself better. It is a thought. Yes, that was actually what we were doing. What about talking to Anna?
What is it you want then?
Doesn't seem to be any new dialogue there. Let's talk to Norden. He had lots of dialogue options we didn't pursue. Norden, tell me again what the duties of the creative director are. Slow chick 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 begins building in Norden, like a clock about to explode. Response. Responsibilities of director. A. Integrity maintenance of Rubicon project. 2. Order issuance to Rubicon battalion work group. Period of abeyance in accordance with Nordum's obedience. Until Rubicon project halted. Creative director equals Nordum superior. Right. So you'll do whatever I tell you. I have some orders for you, Nordum. I have some orders for you. Do a little dance, no. I had other questions. What are the duties of the creative director? What sort of tasks did the creative director ask you to do? Nordum's shutters were down over his eyes as if he's thinking. Task routine, evaluation, forward scout, tidy. Assign perimeter of the Rubicon project to evaluate catalog, tidy. Then report. Report includes integrity, evaluations / exterminations of project errors, wayward item recovery of untidiness. What? Integrity evaluations. Repeated word choice confirmed. Echo. Integrity evaluation. Evaluation intended to detect flaws in Rubicon project. Catalog them, then repair such flaws. Nature of multiverse and nature of plane. Limbo compromises Rubicon project. How does the multiverse and limbo compromise the project exactly? Properties of multiverse. Cracks, seals. Cracks again. Flaws created. Creates portals, conduits in space. Frequency, pattern indeterminable. Solution, unknown. There's as a small trace of steam rises from one of Nordum's vents. Nordum cannot repair, seal cracks. Current status, Nordum is limited to perception of cracks. Hold on a minute, you can see cracks in the planes. Portals, how?
Updated my journal.
Ability to detect portals, 80 to 90%. Maximum distance of perception varies according to flaw mean distance. Equals y plus 78. A bewildering series of clicks comes from Nordum, as if a parade of snapping beetles were marching around inside his body. Nordum must approach within 10 feet of portal. Margin of error plus minus 5/5 of foot. Will sound off if near portal. Yes, we discovered that actually by ourselves. Right, so what were your other tasks again? Extermination of errors. Nordum's normal warble drops to a wavering murmur. Errors, many. All constructs in Rubicon project are in error and exists in disobedience with creative director and all personnel of Rubicon project. Order issued. Errors that persist in disobedience are to be rescinded. Obstacle. Nordum not up to specifications of task without suffering null state. So you couldn't stop these rogue constructs by yourself, at least without being torn gear from gear. Affirmatory. Null state counterproductive to completion of task. Indeed. Well, maybe if they'd given you better weapons. Crossbows in Nordum's hands begin click-clicking and twanging like a pair of strange insects. He listens to them for a moment, then glances at you. My crossbows wish to file a query, followed by 33, please for help. 33. Ammunition limited by suggestions of creator. Do you wish to provide new specifications for them? Sure, well, how about something like, I don't know, a pyramid-shaped head, except the head splits into 3 when it hits something. Gained item, awesome. There's a sudden ping from Nordham's crossbows, and a sheaf of crossbow bolts begins spitting out from their tops, arcing into the air. 2 panels open up on Nordham's sides, and the crossbow bolts sail into them with a rattle, one after the other. After streaming out 10 or so, the crossbows are silent. You have a strange feeling they're exhausted. Maybe they should rest for a while. Look, what were the other tasks assigned to you again? Wayward item recovery. Affirmatory. Items appear in maze that were not present in original design of Rubicon project. They must be gathered, catalogued, evaluated and stored to prevent interference. Modrons are sent out to retrieve them and secure them. Did you find anything during your last trip? Affirmatory. Can you give me what you found? Okay, here comes stuff.
I couldn't carry anymore, so I had to drop it.
Wow. Interesting. Affirmatory. There's a moment of silence, then the shutters slowly descend over Nordham's eyes. There's a chick 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 from inside his frame, followed by a whir click. A hatch opens up in Nordham's left side and he reaches over with his free hand and passes off several objects to you, including a stream of copper coins. Awesome. You said you evaluated items when you found them. How? There's a sudden ping from Nordham and a cluck as his lens housing begins to rotate. A small panel opens up on Nordham's side and a new lens pops out, almost by accident. Nordham glances up at it. Response, alternate lens, magnifying, secured in housing. Okay. What were the other tasks again? Let's go back to extermination of arrows to extermination of errors, because there were more options here. Couldn't stop these rogue constructs by yourself, better weapons. Something with more accuracy would be nice, with kind of a feather aesthetic to show that it travels far. Awesome. There's a sudden ping from Nordham's crossbows. Crossbow bolts sail into them, yes. Nice. Can we do that again and again? No, we can't. Maybe we can after a while, I don't know. Other questions for you. How are you doing? Introspective cycle commencing. Nordham clicks, his eyes closed, and begins to hum. Wait for Nordham to complete his analysis. A few moments later, his eyes click open. Introspective evaluation. Perceptions have become 1. Smaller and B. Louder. Wings have been replaced with arms. Reasons unknown. Suspicion hypothesis. Not liked wings? Speculation. Nordham was once 1, but is now smaller, louder 1. Change has resulted in information processing difficulties. Addition of director hierarchy has aided information processing by 5%. Do you think your separation from the source is what caused your perceptive shift from that quieter, broader one to the smaller, louder one? Nordham stares at you for a moment in silence. Then a slow whir comes from inside his frame, and the cur clicks. You're not certain, but it sounds like something clicked into place. Nordham?
Updated my journal.
Wow. Damn. I'm just getting, like, bonuses from talking to my pet robot. Status updated. Introspection drain halted. Rerouting speculation routines to main queue. To your surprise, some of the warbling has gone out of Nordum's voice. It is more level, more controlled than it was before. The effect is a little unnerving. Right. Plus intelligence and what? Constitution? Yes. No more queries, I guess.
I feel stronger.
Wow, awesome. I leveled up.
Done.
Nameless one levels up.
Yeah?
Let's pick that stuff up. Junk. Segmented earring, gold brace, glass eye, fang mirror. Interesting stuff. Let's check what this is. Oh yeah, inventory full. Stinger earring. +2 to armor class. Yes, that's awesome actually. Anna has one of those. Fall from Grace could wear it. -4 armor class. Pretty nice. Glass eye. This glass eye is a poor replacement for a real one. Okay. Not so good. Gold bracelet. Just loot, I guess. Fanged mirror. Identify with spell. Fanged mirror of Yechir Ea. The fanged mirrors of Yechir Ea were the hope of an empire. Okay. The last great matriarch of the Sea of Black Sand, Yechir Ea found herself slowly dying, surrounded by rival nations that wished to claim her lands for her own. Yechir Ea sought to choose one of the lesser matriarchs from the surrounding nations and enter into an alliance, preserving her nation against invasion. Yet she knew not which of the lesser matriarchs to trust. Consulting her oracles, she asked them for a means of testing the hearts of the lesser matriarchs. They told her to travel to the edges of the Sea of Black Sand. There, where the shifting black sand gave way to slate, she would find what she sought. The great matriarch journeyed many leagues, traveling on foot until she reached the edges of the great sea. There her feet fell upon a great plate of silvered glass the size of a courtyard, embedded in the floor of the desert. Her oracles instructed her to cut the great glass and fashion 33 mirrors. These mirrors were sent to the lesser matriarchs of the surrounding nations as gifts. The mirrors would test their hearts, the oracles predicted. No one is certain what happened on the final night, but with every mirror that was delivered, a lesser matriarch fell dead. There were wild tales of spectral forms that crawled from the bodies of the lesser matriarchs as they gazed upon the mirrors, and the howling cries as they strangled their owner. In response to the assassination of their leaders, the surrounding nations attacked the nation of Yechir Ea and razed it to the ground. The fanged mirrors of Yechir Ea were scattered and lost. According to several planar scholars, the fanged mirrors have the ability to cause a soul to slip from its owner and take on physical form. Whether it was because the lesser matriarchs were consumed by greed and a desire for conquest, or whether the great plate of silver glass found on the edges of the Sea of the Black Sand was evil in itself, the mirrors created a vicious reflection of their owners. Their souls took on substance and killed their owners. Interesting. The fanged mirror can be used against an opponent. When used, it will reflect a spectral version of the target that will appear and attempt to kill him. That's pretty cool. Interesting. Oh yeah, and magnifying lens. Junk. Oh yeah, and this is the Blade of the Immortal that we got from a siege tower. Apparently it can be used actually to kill even us. But we have to be in a pocket of space outside with no contact to the rest of the planes. So some special requirement there. Probably useful. Not useful as a weapon, but we're gonna keep it for sure. Right. So we leveled up. Let's have a look. Level 12 mage, which means we're gonna get some kind of bonus now. Intelligence and wisdom bonus. Here we go. 1 characteristic point gained, plus 2 intelligence gained from specialization bonus, plus 1 wisdom gained from specialization bonus, plus 5 lore, 3 hit points, increased spell memorization. Nice. Yeah, I don't think that's a shaving mirror. It's not a good one, at least. Okay, so wow, now we have to think here. Our base intelligence is 20, our base wisdom is 21. We don't have any use for increased charisma because with tattoos and friend spells we can reach 25 charisma pretty easily. Our constitution, yeah, that's the question. Either increase wisdom to get extra experience, or increase constitution to get even more regeneration and hit points. I think we have plus 2 wisdom from tattoos. I'm gonna increase my constitution, I think. That increases, I get 9 more hit points, and I should get even more regeneration since my constitution now is superhuman. Let's do that. Right. So yeah, 23 wisdom, 21 intelligence, 19 charisma, 19 constitution. Pretty sick. Yeah, cool.
How may I help?
No one else has leveled up. Nordum is pretty close to leveling up.
I'm listening.
So, I don't know, maybe this is, maybe it's time to go to Ravel's maze, maybe. I think we're done with other things. I have to think about it. If we can. Let's see if we can first. Actually, let's save here. Let's make a safety save there. And let's see if we can activate this portal or not. all you need to do is to activate this to find the proper key. And we have a key. You unfold the shimmering metal and immediately it begins crackling with life. It begins forming itself into a metallic circle hovering in the air. There's something in your possession that has activated this portal. You get the feeling that you probably ought to make sure you have everything you need. You might not be back in Sigil for a long time. Alright. That's a question. Do I have everything I need? Fold it up and put it away. Yeah, so I'm actually gonna take a last look around and think about it. But now we know we can activate it, so we can get to Ravel, I think. But yeah, maybe there's some spells and items we want to pick up. No, at least we don't have Cloud Kill, for example. We might want that spell. We might want a different armor for Grace, maybe. Tattoos, I don't know. Tattoo of the art. We got even more spell memorization now. Cool. Nice, level 6 spell. Chain Lightning Storm then. Shroud of Shadows, Confusion or... Right, well, actually, let's go get some stuff and generally think about if we're ready or not. And then let's use the portal. So, but first I have to make some more coffee. So I'll take my 5-minute break now. And when I'm back, we're gonna, yeah, do our last chores here, and then we'll go to meet Ravel Puzzlewell. So I'll be back in 5. Right, so I'm back. Some fresh coffee. Okay. So, how about just checking those stores and stuff for items? See if there's anything we might have use of. I know we want Cloud Kill at least, we want to get that spell. I think we can get it at the market. So let's have a look.
Done. I'm gone.
And the mage merchant is over here, so let's see. I'm actually gonna use a friend spell immediately.
Done.
Right. I'm in need of some spells. Indeed. Oh, he doesn't have Cloud Kill. Wow. I guess it's... who could have it then? Lady Thorncurb or Quell, I guess. Then we have to go to... Then we have to go to... Actually, we can get Remove Curse, I guess.
I'm gone.
Then we have to go to the Sensate place.
All right.
Civic Fest Hall.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
And what's this place? The pawn shop. Yeah, we have it. Yeah, I think we visited the pawn shop, but I don't remember what was there. Let's check that. Must have been ages ago we were in the pawn shop.
All right. All right.
Come on, open the door. Walk inside. Please. Too many party members. There we go.